So I want to touch on two things today. Number one, how did you do with last week's challenge? And number two, I want to talk to you a little bit about leadership. Hi, I'm Jeff Whitaker. Welcome to your Monday Jumpstart. And today, I want to ask you, starting out, how did you make out last week with the challenge where we talked about following your goals during the course of the week and following by writing things down on a piece of paper? We talked about an effective way to see progress during the week is to write things down on a daily basis, and the things that you don't get done, you advance them to the next day. But you set out at the beginning of the week on a Monday and you write down goals. They may be personal goals, they may be professional goals, things that at work you're trying to accomplish, or things you're trying to accomplish with in a relationship, or just maybe things you're trying to do around the house. But you write them down, and I talked about how, for me, physically writing them down makes a huge difference, because as I write them down, I can then check them off, and there's something psychological about checking things off or running a line through them when you're done that kind of helps you feel like that real true feeling of accomplishment. So I just wanted to check in with you, hold you accountable, and see how you did with last week's challenge. Number two, on this Monday Jumpstart, we talk about communication, personal growth, and we talk about leadership. So I want to kind of begin a series of tying together leadership and communication. And here's how I want to do this. But I want to start off by asking you a question. How do you define leadership? When you think of leaders, how do you define someone who is a good leader, someone who exhibits true, powerful leadership? Some people say, well, you're given a title. If you're on the job, you're given a title, and when you're given a title, that title has a leadership that's given with that title. Some would say, well, leadership is just management. That's all. Some other people would say leadership is the ability to just get things done, the ability to see progress on the job and have other people listen to you and pay attention to what you say. John Maxwell, who is by all arguments the number one leadership guru in the world, recognized year after year by worldwide organizations as a number one guru in leadership. He's written dozens and dozens of books on leadership. One of his most popular books, and one of the ones that a lot of folks turn to, is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. For over 40 years, Maxwell has studied leadership. And here's what he says, and it's pretty simple. He says, leadership is one thing. Leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. He often uses the illustration that if someone is a leader and they climb a mountain and they get to the top of the mountain and they look behind them and no one is there, well, they're not a leader. They've just taken a hike by themselves. So he says that leadership is influence. So then the next question you might have is, how do you gain that influence? Well, there's so many different aspects to leadership that we could talk about. But in my field of study for the past 30 years, it's been in the field of communication. So I want to begin to look at leadership as it relates to communication, because communication plays a huge role in how you're viewed as a leader and how you perform as a leader and how effective you are as a leader. So in the weeks to come, what we're going to do is we're going to look at leadership, and we're going to look at it through the lens of communication. I want to talk to you about communication. I want to talk to you about how you communicate. I want to talk to you about the tools you use to effectively communicate. I want to talk to you about something that I've found is a very effective tool with communication, whether it's one-on-one or whether it's in a group setting if you're called on to public speak, and that's using the power of story when it comes to leadership. So we're going to talk about all those things in the weeks to come, and I just kind of wanted to set this up right now, because if you've considered yourself a leader, or maybe others around you have said, hey, you know what, you show some leadership characteristics and you've never thought of yourself as a leader, well, we're going to pursue that in the weeks ahead, and we're going to do it through the lens of communication. So I hope you'll join me each Monday. If you'd like more information on what it is we do on a weekly basis and how we help companies and individuals you can go to our website at jeffwhitaker.com, find out more. We'd love to come in. I offer free lunch and learns, by the way, for companies. Lunch and learns, and also free mastermind groups or studies where we talk about different aspects of communication and leadership. And I offer them free to companies as a way of coming in and helping you begin the journey of becoming a better leader, becoming a better communicator. If you'd like to find out more information about that, you can go to our website. You can always email me at the address that's on the screen right here. Write me personally at jeff@jeffwhitaker.com, and I'll tell you more about how your company could have me come in and give you a lunch and learn, or your organization, or come in and do a study on communication and leadership. I'm Jeff Whitaker. Thanks for watching. Spread the word. Give a thumbs up. Let us know what you think. Share with us your experience when it comes to leadership. And as always, go out and make a difference. Have a great week.